Hey everybody. Today I'm going to work on a Decca record player. I don't know its working condition because I haven't even tried it yet. But before I do, I need to say a few words about safety. If you're watching this, just know that I'm working on vintage electronics, and there's always a possibility that you could get injured working on such things. So you don't do anything that you're about to see because I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is see what happens when I try to plug it in. All right. Now that should be spinning, but it's not. And I don't hear a motor, but the amplifier should at least be on. So if the tubes are going to warm up, all right, there's no juice, either no juice or no motor or something else going on. First of all, I want to see if the motor is just frozen up. Let's take the C clip off. Tap this to get it off. There we go. Seems like that motor's freed up pretty well. And the tube has actually come out of the amplifier. It's rolling around in there. And I think the motor might be part of the circuit. So if that's the case, that would explain why nothing's working, because the tube's falling out. Kind of an interesting record player. Looks like it'll play 78s, 45s, and 33s. Someone's done some stupid bullshit with the cartridge here. It's really strange. Okay. Yeah, sure enough, 25L6 came out. Let me look down at the schematic. Motor. Yep, the motor is fed right off of the output tube. I'm guessing there's probably a selenium rectifier in here somewhere. This has come desoldered. Holy shit. Someone made like a cover for this. You can see like inside of that. Collaborated for something tropical, Marianao, Cuba. Cristal, Cristal. That's fascinating because we were trading with Cuba right up until, when was it? When was the embargo? Fascinating. So I think maybe it'll work, or at least do something now that the tube's back in place. Okay. There it goes. See if we get any noise out of it. It's got to warm up. There we go. I don't think that's the right cartridge for this machine either. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that cartridge has got to go. Yeah, got nothing. Got a bad cartridge. Looks like this pulls up and down. Oh, the museum event was fine. We're always having. I was talking to some folks asking how the event went at the museum. It went great. Looking for the box cutter knife. Here, let me give you a better one. All right, I'm going to get a generic cartridge to see if I can. Oh, actually, it's right here. What I'm going to do is plug in another cartridge. I'll try a few different cartridges before I commit to any of them. All right. Positive. And negative. I don't need this stupid. I'm going to take this off. Yep. Ooh. It's nice and loud. I think that will do just nicely, maybe. I think that's what this thing wants. Oh, nice. So I need to replace the cartridge with one of these bad boys. And it's a flipper, too.
Do you want to lose? That's the name of the song. John Hyatt, I think, called Love. Feels like home from Drew and Ellie Holton. Kentucky Waltz. From East Tennessee's own Paul Brewster there. Right out of the WDBX Music Club. Support for WDBX comes from Harvey's Tavern, Pizzeria on Avenue. WDBX. Special happens at noon on Fridays at noon. Okay. Harvey'sKnoxville.com. As well as detailed information coming up tomorrow. It's the Garrett Boys. We've been playing around out of those guys for a couple of weeks. Really been enjoying that. Never going back to Akron. Any rate, they'll be with us tomorrow on the big play at noon at Harvey's in the old city.
Someone put all this foam rubber crap down here.
63 for the high tomorrow. Should be kind of sunny, low 46. Coming off for the weekend. Listen, everybody, my name is Andy Purple. I've had a great time hanging out with you. Some of you guys out there in Sevier County and Gatlinburg are finding us on the FM dial at 93.9. Brand new on the airwaves up that way. We've been doing this for nearly 30 years. Independent music, emerging artists, and the sounds of the Tennessee Valley and Southern Appalachian region. Our classic country shows up next. It's got Hillbilly Fever. David Dunn is the host. After that, Paul Best with the Grateful Shuffle. Started at 3 o'clock. For a while there, I'm really staying up at the end. Listen, maybe with some Jesse Appleman.
God, what a mess. Why do people do jerry-rigged crap like this? Okay. Aggravating. This has no threads in the head here, so I can't bolt this down. But you know what I can do is use epoxy. Hope Kyle's not on here. He'll be very disappointed, but I don't think he is. So we can just go ahead and do this. Ouch. Stuck myself. Shit, this stuff's hard as hell. The resin. Yuck. Looks like frosting. That would be the worst kind of frosting. Let's see, is that bedding down in that? Yeah, it's bedding down in it just fine. Damn it, I got that shit on my finger. Man, sure miss Johnny Cash. I remember when I was a kid, my dad had a pile, like a gigantic collection of Johnny Cash records. And I remember he still came on Hee Haw. He and his wife. And as a kid, I really didn't think about it. It was like he was just always around. I think he was one of those musicians where we just kind of took for granted that he was around. It's like Johnny Cash, of course. He's been around forever. And then he died. And it's kind of a blow to us because he was a, native Tennessean. And he seemed like he was a decent person, too. Like he was just fair to other people. And he owned up to his mistakes and admitted he wasn't perfect. And it takes a lot of maturity to admit when you're wrong about something and own up to it. And I think we're missing a lot of that today in our society. In fact, I want to gripe about something for a minute. And so I spend most of my time, my free time working on this stuff because I I enjoy it, and also it helps my museum. Helps not my museum, but the museum that I volunteer at. Well, I worked on a Zenith about 2 months ago, and it was a beautiful machine. And finish was perfect. It was the original immaculate finish, which to me made it extra special. It's perfect. I took it in, dropped it off at the museum, was like, look at this, it's finished, and everyone was really happy about it. And I put it up in our display area. It came in a week later. There's a huge chunk missing out of it. Someone had dropped something or whatever on it and just fucked up the finish on it. Like damaged the finish on it. So it's like, the radio will never be perfect again. Somehow it lasted 90 years. 90 years and then survived to me restoring it. Only for somebody to drop something on it. I was not happy about that. I want to take a look at this pin. So this thing was attached to the underside. I got to look this up. It says it's from Cuba. It makes me think someone made this way back in the day when we were still trading. Where's my phone at? I want to look up what this brand is. I found some strange things inside of radios, but this takes the cake. Crystal. Spell that CRIS. Curve Seria. Makes me think it's a brewery. Cuba. It's Cuban beer. Interesting. That is so unusual. Anyway, I'm not sure if I'll put that back on. I might have to make another cover for it. Let's see, is this setting up? Yes. Oh, I need to get some hardware so I can attach the leads to that. I wish this cartridge had flat blades on it versus these round ones, because now I'm going to have to find something to snug onto those. So borrow some. See, I thought I had another one of these cartridges that I could use as a guinea pig. Where'd it go? Ah. aggravating. Yeah, it's not going to cut it. Shit, that just came off. Oh well. Great, that just completely sprung away. It's gone forever. Where did it go? Well, so much for that. Happens frequently in my existence. God, it's aggravating. I'm just gonna fuck some other shit. Aha, there's one. Ah, here's another. Problem solved. I have connections that will fit the new cartridge I just installed. Just make sure, because I have this duplicate right here. Ah, perfect. That'll work just fine and dandy. Damn it. I learned to do things like this as far away from the edge as I can, because if it's going to fall off my workbench, it will do it. There we go. Okay, that epoxy is starting to do its thing and set up. Take care of those wires later. I want to get this amplifier. Take a look and see what's going on with it. The electrolytic capacitor has 3 different capacitors inside. There's a 40, a 30, and a 20. Rated at 150 volts because it is a hot chassis. All right. Sorry, I need to close up on this. Okay.
East Tennessee's own WDBX that was hired in Chevron presented for Carson Muller before I set her free from Conway Quitty.
Well, at least it's not a total hot chassis. A lot of these record players, I say a lot of them, some of them had just plain up voltage going straight up to the tone arm. But wisely, they chose to put this capacitor here. So one end, wait a minute, there's a weird cat in my Goose. Come here, Goose. Come on. Hey, girl. Come on. Goose. Goose.
Coming up on February 28th, Jamie Laval will be in concert. On March 6th, the Tennessee Sheiks will perform. Tickets and information are available at jubileearts.org.
This is our neighbor's cat that likes to hang out all the time. It's Goose.
A supplier of natural stone products for building, hardscaping, and landscaping.
Anyway, she comes by and says hello every day. And it just so happens to be while I'm filming. All right, see you later, Goose. All right. Well, we're going to reduce the potential for people to get shocked by replacing this capacitor with a much lower value. And it's also going to be a different kind of capacitor entirely. It's going to be these X2 or X1, Y2 across the line rated safety capacitors. It's kind of critical because this is a 0.05 microfarad rated capacitor, which is not horrible, but you would definitely probably feel a little more than a jolt. You would probably get uncomfortably tingled, depending on how you were touching. And of course, I don't need this huge long lead because this new capacitor is so much tinier, and it's good because I want to clean up some space for me to work at getting these electrolytic capacitors replaced. Trust me, you have anything this old, I don't care if the capacitors actually test good or not. They're structurally not sound anymore, unless there's something crazy like a vitamin Q cap, which there's no way that they would use a capacitor like that in something that's nice. Or not, something that's crappy, rather. Reverse that. Like Willy Wonka said. Reverse that. Reverse that infactual statement. Double checking something here. Yeah, there's another way I know it's a floating chassis because this is the negative wire. It's looping around and going to here, which is the other side of the switch. and that goes through this capacitor to chassis. So by putting this capacitor in here, it's a 0.01 microfarad rated capacitor. The total current potential to chassis is now greatly reduced, meaning, yeah, you'll probably feel a little tingle if you were to touch, I don't know, something metal on the tone arm and ground at the same time, but it's not going to, throw you across the room if it were straight up, chassis grounded. So now we've got that cleaned up and out of the way. Got 3 capacitors we've replaced, but I'm going to remove the grounding cable because that makes me realize. So the capacitor is actually itself. At first, I was about to make a stupid mistake. It'd be easy for me to look at this and look at these lugs and think, oh, that's ordinarily where I mount my new capacitors. But if I did that, it'd be going to chassis ground. So they all need to actually go up here. They need to go in front of that capacitor. Before I do that, I'm going to clean this volume control out. I'm not sure what's going to happen once I solder this new stuff in. Okay. All right. Good God, why'd they put such long, silly long leads on this? Look at that. It's fine with me. As long as I can solder all those to the positives. My electrolytics. All right, got my new electrolytic capacitors. All my negatives need to go together. So that's what I'll do. How can I do this? Let's see. Think. It's a matter of where can I fit things neatly. That'll work. Okay. But then you lied. I like all these old country songs where it's like all full of piss and vinegar. Like you went away and I died. Huh, isn't that convenient? put one of them right there. Okay. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. I'm just trying to figure out 3D Tetris here. Put that one right there because that one of the leads going to the, what is that, pin number 5 of the output tube.
If you want to see somebody cry their heart out for a love they lost and must live without, if you want to pain my misery, my love on you, just hang around, my tears are overdue. If you want to hear confessions of a broken man who once held the world of love right in his hands, if you want to see a heart right into in front of you,
This thing is so cheap that the amplifier is riveted. It's riveted to the cardboard. Guess I made cheap crap back then too, for sure.
you won't forget the sight you see today. Just remember, love, I had been through the way. If you're not afraid of misery, my love on you, just
Okay, one mo.
my tears are
Let me tighten here. All right. That's the electronics. While I'm in here, let me get the motor. Okay, looks like I can maybe attach the leads to the cartridge. and the epoxy has set while I was restoring the electronics. At least I hope it did. Where'd my flyers go? Here they are.
East Tennessee's own WDVX. That was Johnny Paycheck with He Left It All. My tears are overdue from Porter Wagner, Matt Stuckey with Joe and Mabel's 12th Street Bar, Things from Dick Curlis, and Brad Jenkins with 3 in the morning.
There we go.
To WDVX YouTube.
Oh, wow, this fucking wire.
Content is going up
Okay.
every day. Visit our website at wdvx.com and look under Watch for the W.
Pull this excess wire through. Ooh, 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 it fell over. Nice. Okay.
High School and William Day, Andrew
Okay.
Thompson, and Bill Van.
Disaster.
We've currently got 9.95 thousand subscribers. We're so close to 10,000. We tried to get there.
I'm just going to shove something in there for now so I can test this.
While you're there watching videos, if you click on that subscribe button, you can help us get there. This is me here with
Just electrical tape around it.
Here's Stonewall Jackson with Bluefield on East Tennessee's own WDVX.
Damn it to fucking hell. Sorry. I'm gonna piss myself off. Hence why I say no children should watch this channel, because I cannot control my mouth. Yep. I think I might be able to test it. Find out real shortly. Assuming I won't destroy this putting it back together. This thing is so cheap. See if I can get it to work on 33. That was way out of whack. Okay. Not sure if that's the right speed, but all I care about is if the record makes a noise. The Pajama Game. Music and lyrics by Richard Adler. All right, well, why not? Mr. Richard Adler.
I've learned my lesson. I'll never be jealous again.
You stick to that now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's easier said than done.
I can do it.
I knew it, but let's take an example. Just
It's hard to tell. Musical record.
I memorized I kissed the name that you signed.
So I've got kind of a sexy surprise for the record player. I noticed this looked like crap, but I have a trick up my sleeve. I have a new, well, not new, I just found this sitting around with my other crap. A nice new orange one. I can't help but think that looks like so much better. Anyway, I'm going to clean up my, what we got going on, 58 minutes? I don't know how this has happened. I've restored several things and that winds up winding up being about an hour. But I'm going to start on the cosmetic stuff. This record player is going to need a lot of help, I think, because there's not going to be a lot of people who are going to be like, wow, I want to listen to my records with a, whatever that is, 4-inch speaker. I noticed it had a selenium rectifier in there, and I have, like everyone else, I have opinions about selenium rectifiers. Technically, here's the deal. Technically, eventually, given enough use, they will fail. But I've seen so many of these which have been in service for decades. Heavy use. And the only times I've ever had them fail was when they got shorted. What I don't like about selenium rectifiers is if they do go, they stink really bad, and the smoke they make is possibly semi-toxic. So it's stuff you don't want to get. The thing is, you'll leave the room because you'll smell it immediately. It's a horrible smell. Okay, now this has been going for a little while. Let me stick some other the worst records. Sarah Vaughan. How about Sarah Vaughan? Needs a little help. Crap, what my Zoom spell? Well, it is. That is way too high for 33. Damn. Shit ton of washers down here. That's probably why it was acting funny like that. Dang. This doesn't seem like this is the right idler. I wonder if someone put a different idler on here because it's not lining up that well. Now it could be. Oh shit, Jesus. That's the problem right there. The washers are completely, the rubber washers are gone from the motor mounts. All right, well, maybe I'm wrong then. Let me put these back on because I get a feeling probably those were right. Actually, I'm going to take this off and leave it off until I get those rubber washers replaced.
She said a woman came by, letter for you.
A little rotten. Okay. Oh, crap. Do not do that. Do not fall out.
Tennessee's WDB
Loose
adds
parts.
a wheel with the letter that Johnny Walker read. Don't be late from Vernon Oxford. Liz Anderson, I cried all the way to the bank. Never out of my heart from Lynn Stewart and Stonewall Jackson starting off that set of music with Bluefield. WDBX thanks Martha and the Bistro at the Bijou for their support, offering an Americana menu with farm-to-table cuisine 7 days a week, including before concerts, events downtown, and lunch on weekends. Serving downtown Knoxville for over 45 years, the Bistro presents live jazz 4 days a week, 2 seasonal menus, as well as a daily specials chalkboard. The Bistro at thebijou.com for more information.
Okay.
This is Nita in here with you this evening. You're listening to Billy Fever. I've got T. Texas Tyler coming right up. Here's beautiful Morning Glory on East Tennessee's own WDBS.
Okay. I think that'll do it. So what I've done is I've replaced all the rotten washers or grommets that were holding the motor, and they were rotten. So now I've got new ones in here. Okay, seems like our speeds are good. Maybe. That is much more smooth and accurate. Prior to that, it was kind of leaning over a little bit.
What do you say that you forgive and forget? Come and kiss me just to show you're glad. Baby, baby, don't you go away mad. It's kind of diamond I should have passed him by. But who'd ever dream his because of
It's probably about as good as that's going to do. Well, I'll tell you what, Christopher, you're talking about adding transistor driver amps. So the critical thing with these older record players is that a lot of them came with crystal cartridges, like Rochelle salt cartridges, and they put out like a couple of volts, and your modern cartridges only put out maybe a fraction. And so when I replace these, I try to find high output cartridges, and so this seems to be working okay. And I hear you about the selenium. What I might do, this is such a simple device, what I might do is just put a single silicone diode in there. I'm not sure if I'm too worried about overdriving it that much, because that's much better. I was trying to figure out what to use on this case. It looks like garbage. We'll leave the screws out of it for now. Actually, you know what? Let me take a look underneath. Take a look at that selenium rectifier. Where's the positive? This is positive. All right, folks, I'm going to end this episode because it's about an hour and 16 minutes that I've been yapping away, but we'll finish this tomorrow. Probably going to replace the selenium, that guy, and then we'll work on the cosmetics. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until the next time, hope you all have a great... Yes, I have an infrared thermometer. There it is, Kevin. I've been using it to check the wiring going to my wife's EV, which has been very happy. Anyway, Kevin, thanks for tuning in. Kevin is one of the best electricians on the planet, and he literally rewired our 100-and-something-year-old building. So thank you very much. And we feel very confident that our building is not going to self-immolate due to our mischief. Anyway, thanks so much. See you later.